In a time when the world was drowning in wickedness and corruption, God looked down with sorrow. Humanity, once created in his image, had turned its back on righteousness. Violence filled the earth, and the hearts of men were consumed with evil. Every thought and intention of their hearts was corrupt, and their ways strayed far from the Creator's design. But amidst this sea of chaos, there was one man who stood apart: Noah. He was a man of faith, righteous and blameless, who walked closely with God. One day God spoke to Noah with a heavy heart. He revealed the depth of his grief over the corruption of his creation. "I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens," God said, "but I will establish my covenant with you." God gave Noah precise instructions to build an ark, a massive wooden vessel with specific dimensions. The ark was to have 3 levels, rooms for animals and provisions, and a roof to shield them from the waters. Though the task was immense and the command seemed incomprehensible, Noah obeyed without hesitation. He and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, began the arduous work of constructing the ark. Day after day, they cut timber, shaped planks, and assembled the colossal structure. As they worked, the people around them jeered and mocked, laughing at the absurdity of building such a vessel on dry land. But Noah remained steadfast, trusting in the word of God. When the ark was finally complete, God commanded Noah to gather his household, his wife, his sons, and their wives, and bring them into the ark. Then God sent pairs of every kind of unclean animal, and 7 pairs of each clean animal, as well as birds of the air, to Noah. The sight was extraordinary: lions walking beside lambs, elephants and deer entering together, each creature guided by an unseen hand. With the animals and provisions secured, Noah and his family entered the ark. Then God himself shut the door, sealing them in. The skies grew dark and the heavens opened. Rain began to pour like never before, and waters burst forth from the earth's depths. For 40 days and 40 nights the rains continued without ceasing. The floodwaters rose higher and higher, covering even the tallest mountains. Every living thing outside the ark perished: birds, livestock, wild animals, and all of humanity. But inside the ark, Noah and his family were safe, protected by God's promise. After the rain stopped, the floodwaters remained for 150 days. The ark floated silently on a vast, endless ocean. Finally, the waters began to recede, and the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Patiently, Noah waited for the earth to dry. First, he sent out a raven, which flew back and forth, but found no place to land. Later, he sent a dove, but it returned to him, unable to find dry ground. 7 days later, he sent the dove again, and it returned with a freshly plucked olive leaf, a sign of hope, a sign of renewal. After another 7 days, Noah sent out the dove again, and this time it did not return. It was clear that the earth was finally ready. God spoke to Noah, saying, "Come out of the ark, you and your family, and bring out all the animals with you so they can multiply on the earth." Noah, his family, and the animals stepped out onto the dry ground. The air was fresh, and the world felt new. The earth, cleansed by the flood, was ready for a new beginning. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Noah built an altar to the Lord and offered sacrifices in thanksgiving. The aroma pleased God, and he made a covenant with Noah and all living creatures. "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood," God declared. "Never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done." As a sign of this everlasting covenant, God set a rainbow in the sky. Its colors stretched across the heavens, a symbol of his mercy, love, and promise to all generations. Noah and his family began anew. They tilled the earth, planted crops, and cared for the animals, repopulating the world. Noah's faith and obedience ensured the survival of life on earth, serving as a powerful testament to God's faithfulness and the rewards of unwavering trust. The story of Noah reminds us that even in the darkest times, those who walk faithfully with God can find grace, mercy, and hope. It is a story of judgment, renewal, and an unbreakable covenant that stands as a beacon of light for all humanity. Dear friends, let's learn 3 important lessons from the life of Noah. Lesson 1: faith and obedience to God. Noah displayed unwavering faith and obedience by building the ark as God commanded, even when there was no sign of a flood. Genesis 6 verse 22. This teaches us to trust God's plans and follow his instructions, even when they seem difficult or beyond understanding. Lesson 2. Righteousness in a corrupt world. Noah was described as a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time. Genesis 6:9. Despite living in a world filled with sin and corruption, Noah chose to walk with God.